Good morning, YouTubers. Welcome back to the channel. It's 4:30 in the morning. Just gearing up for a shop ride, a BMW shop ride today in Toowoomba. Heading out towards Somerset Dam. And a stopover at Esk for a feed and a coffee. Don't like early starts. Alright, we'll see you a bit later. Okay. Oh, it's nearly 5 o'clock. So, time to get on the big girl and start heading north. Rightio. 4:56 AM. Let's go. A few bikes, I think the count was about 30 at Toowoomba. Elite Motorcycles, BMW Motor Ride, and we're just all gearing up now to take off. Let's go.
That's okay, as long as the electrician wants to live.
December 2022, taking off from Toowoomba, heading towards Somerset Dam, stop over at Esk and back. Should take a couple of hours at least. So yeah, like I said before, it's about 30 bikes. Should be a good day. Probably a bit too early for a beer. You right?
Three pipes out of each muffler.
Yeah. Okay, we've just grouped up, and I think we're going to hit the highway.
Okay, Somerset Dam. It's the dam wall. Brisbane River. The upper reaches obviously, but there you have it. Goes right through into Bris Vegas. Okay, here we are, we're back in Ask. We're going to head to the cafe now and we're all going to pull up in our BMWs and sip on lattes. And I for one can't wait. I've been hanging out for a beat, been on the bike since 5 this morning, it's now 10 o'clock. So it's already been a big day for me. It's been quite an enjoyable ride. Great bunch of guys, some good scenery around Somerset Dam, and this is the Big Smoke of Esk. It's actually a great little place. It's the go-to place to stop when you go on to Somerset. You've got the jet ski or the boat for a bit of fishing. Popular with bikers. It's always pretty busy on weekends. There's Leather Legs over there, another fun buster. No, he didn't get us today, not yet anyway. And here we are, pulling up at the cafe. There's the old boy pulling up. So the ride's almost over. We're just going to head back up S Campton Road, back up the range to the top, maybe go to Gus Butel Lookout at Ravensbourne, hang out there for a few minutes and then head back to the shop in Toowoomba. I don't know if I'll be doing that part of it. I might just head home, not sure. We'll see. Update, YouTubers, we didn't go to the Gus Butel Lookout. We are actually heading back to the shop in Toowoomba. So there won't be too much more time to pass until we're back. Redford Bridge. Redford was a police officer. He was attached to Tactical Crime Squad in Toowoomba, and they chased a lunatic down the Toowoomba Range and out into the Lockyer Valley near Gatton, and old mate jumped out of his car with a fully automatic machine gun and shot the police car to smithereens and killed Brett Forte and severely wounded his partner. Brett was the driver. He's tried to reverse back and get away from the danger and ended up rolling the police car into a ditch as well. So really tragic thing to happen, especially in Australia. It's not every day, but unfortunately it does happen. Dangerous job, so hats off to the men and women of the police service. They do a good job. They do a bloody tough job, and they're very underappreciated. No one likes getting tickets, of course, but they're so much more than that. That thing's a beast. 1800cc. Got the pearl inlay, very shiny. That's a shop demo, I believe. So just a little more on Brett Forte, the police officer. That guy that opened fire on them took off running into the bush and got held up into like a shed, and he held the police at bay there for some hours, and ended up doing the psycho thing that they do and come running out shooting, trying to kill more police, and they shot him dead. So good riddance to him. Yeah, very tragic story, that. So it's a pretty good honour to name the bridge after Forte, the Forte Bridge. It's goes over the top of the Toowoomba bypass, the new Toowoomba bypass. So it's a relatively new structure. Back in Mort Street, almost at the bike shop. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Don't forget, if you like the video, to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. It'd be a massive help if you could do that. Now's probably a good time if you wanted to. If you did enjoy the movie, pause the video now and go to the thumbs up, give it a like, and while you're there you may as well subscribe. So yeah, thanks very much for coming along on this episode of 1-2 Adventure. There she is, the beast.
Ready?
About 24 hours after this ride, there was an incident with the police and some lunatics. Now, if you remember back in the video, I was speaking about Forte and what had happened to him. Well, a very similar thing has happened again, which is unusual and doesn't happen very often in Australia, in Queensland, but it does, and when it does, it just leaves you feeling gutted. So what's happened is a place called Wyambilla. It's out near Tara, about 300 k's west of Brisbane. There was 3 psychos there, 2 males and a female. And the police approached the property looking for a missing person. And it turns out that the missing person was a cold-blooded killer. And him and his brother and the female opened fire on police and killed 2 police officers, shot another one in the leg, and a 4th police officer ran for a life and was hiding in bushland. These 3 psychos set the paddocks on fire, trying to flush her out, and just a horrible, gut-wrenching thing that's happened. So I thought I'd mention it at the end of this video because I was talking about Forte and the Forte Bridge, and now this has happened, and I can tell you, Queensland, Australia, it's just unbelievable. Just doesn't really happen. So the 2 police officers that were murdered in cold blood were Rachel McCrow and Matthew Arnold. So with honour, they served. It's just a really hard thing. It triggers some the PTSD and that I suffer from as a paramedic, 22 years in the service, and I can no longer do that job because of PTSD. And I just thought I'd mention it and pay my respects to them, their family, loved ones, the Blue family, the police, Queensland Police Service, and police everywhere, Australia, worldwide. You guys do a tough job. You never know what's gonna happen. The Commissioner of the Queensland Police Service actually said that it's a miracle that 2 officers survived and that they weren't all murdered. Yeah, just tough, gut-wrenching. So, I'm going to end the video on that somber note, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just, you just feel gutted. Yeah. Thanks for staying till the end. Hey, I'm back. I forgot to mention there was another person murdered. The 2 police, the neighbour, Alan Dare, he came over from his place when these psychos were burning the paddocks, trying to kill the police officer that was hiding in the grass and in the bush. He came over to help put the fires out, and these bastards took him out as well. News reports say they shot him in the back. So, cowards. Yeah. Not sure if I mentioned it before. It is difficult to talk about. Those 3 psychos, 2 males, 1 female, are no longer posing a threat. They were taken out by specialist police that night in a massive shootout, and yeah, they got all 3 of them. So if there's any justice, take that as being what it is. Alright, I'm out. Peace.